All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. It's 4:50. This time we're only playing music that doesn't get us demonetized. All right, so we got some Pokemon music playing. And today we've got Paldean Fates back on the menu. That's a, not ETBs, that's a booster bundle box. That seems to be my whole life these days, is every set, eventually they stop printing booster boxes and they print booster bundles. But we had the Paldean Fates ETBs, and those were out of sync with the price of the booster. Very interesting. I've seen that before. I think it's because people want to collect those. I think it's because of the promo card. But we just want cheap Paldean Fates boosters. That's what we want. All right, so we're live now. And we're going to say Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates. Restock. We're going to say Hololive. New set. We're going to say Korean Rocket. Live Card Shop. Those are the sets that are selling. Okay, we'll hit save on that. Now, Paldean Fates. Where's that? That's over here. Pokemon English. I feel like I haven't added anything new to the menu in a little while. Well, no, that's not true. We literally just added the Hololive. But, you know, I feel like we need to add something else that's new. Let's see. All right. Very good. So I have ordered 2 more of those promo Victinis. Those are pricey little cards, man. Those are really pricey. Let's see. Venmo wants to give me a credit card. No, thank you. Delete this. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Scooby-Doo-be-Doo-be-Doo-be-Doo-be-Doo-be-Doo. Very good, very good. Okay, the Charizard in the Paldean bundle. Yes, the Charizard in the Paldean bundle. Wait, what? We're gonna jump over here. So I think we're ready to go. Again, those are fresh Paldean Fates. It's a Thursday. Oh, I love Thursdays. Thursdays are so nice. We still have the NHCC booster box giveaway. Should we save that for tonight, or should that go off in the daytime stream? I think it should go off in the daytime stream for my besties in the daytime stream. Well, that's heavy, man. That's a lot of cards, clearly. Okay. I'll just toss that over there. Ooh, and then we've got the slabs. That's right. We're rotating through the commission slabs. How nice. Okay, and the other big thing, this Victini could have been in that thumbnail. He's a big deal. He's up to 17 out of 30. There is clearly a lot of interest in that. I should make a short showing off the breaks and have that Victini in the short, because that'll probably inspire a couple more people to join. Here's Eevee. Giovanni's Gyarados. Gyat! Here is Jolteon. Okay, lovely. Here's Charizard. Everyone loves Charizard. And here's the Crown Pikachu, up to 9 out of 29. Very good. Oh, remember that guy who owed me an Umbreon and he took forever to ship it? He never shipped it. Apparently, I just received a refund from that. Did I get that refund? He mailed it to the authenticators and they rejected it. So what's that all about? So he might have been a scammer. I don't know. Pretty stinky. Let's just see. There we go. Wonder why they rejected it. Took too long, maybe? Let me see if that refund's in my PayPal. Looks like it probably is. Dang, I've never seen that. What's the deal with Victini? 2,000 or 20,000? All right, so hold on. Let's see. I don't see it in my account. I don't see it in my account. So wait, let me see this real fast. Clicking on this. And then... how do I look up notifications? Do 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 do. Here it is, refund issued. Refund is on the way. Oh, I see. It could take 3 to 5 business days to get into my account. Okay, no problem. Yep, and it is the guy who took too long to ship it. But I don't understand. He claimed that he shipped it. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to sell it. I think that was what's going on. I think he wanted to keep it, and he regretted selling it to me. That's my theory. I suspect he is a real person. He's not like some guy from, you know, I don't know, Brazil. Hey, I'm from Brazil. Just trying to do a trick on eBay. I don't think that's it, because the auction, the listing always had eBay authentication on it, and he has other listings he had sold. So I do suspect he was a real person selling that card, and I don't know, he just either couldn't get to it or he really didn't want to sell it, because he did try to offer me a different card later. He was like, well, hey, I've got this Pikachu. Maybe you could just take the Pikachu. I was like, I don't think so. The saga continues. That's right. Oh, let's get some of these open. Well, guys, welcome in. Do me a favor and smash that like button, will you? Okay. Putting that there. William Wafter paid $20. Really? One Rick and Morty Season 1. Oh, I love those cards. Those are fun. Oops. It explains why he wanted to give you a raw single. Yeah, I think he was a rip-off artist. He either was a rip-off artist or he really regretted selling that card, so he changed his mind on it, didn't want to ship it. It's a cool card. I mean, I can understand if you, like, pulled it and it graded 10 and you were a little too attached to it, because it's like, how hard is it to pull one of those? It must be impossibly difficult. That's why I bought one. It's really expensive at $2.6 thousand or whatever it is right now, so it is already really expensive. And there's plenty of room for it to fall, and it's going to be hard for it to grow from 2.6. But, you know, we call Prismatic the Dark Souls of Pokemon cards, because that is easily the hardest modern set I've ever seen in my life to pull a hit from. Easily. You could go through a whole case and pull one SAR, and it could be a bad SAR, or it could be a good SIR, and then it could grade 9. So it's really incredible how difficult that set is. And that's why this Jolteon up here is going to be a pricey break. This guy right here, he's also from Prismatic. So he is a pricey break, but he is graded 10 already. And this is honestly probably way cheaper than opening up any Prismatic packs for a Jolteon. All right. You should report his eBay page. Oh, I'm sure eBay's mad already. I'm sure eBay's already looking at him like, what did you just do? But yeah, maybe I'll take a minute and do that. I don't know if I'm allowed to leave feedback when there's been a refund. I'd like to leave feedback and explain that this guy kind of ripped me off. Well, he didn't rip me off, really. He got like a $2,500 loan for like 2 months almost with no interest. So that bothers me. It's like, yo, that's my money, bro. I could have been doing other things with that money. I could have just been getting interest on that money from the bank, you know. But it's, 4% interest is not a lot for 2 months. But it's a little bit. He owes me a $5 drink or something. All right, there we go. Good. Mark, a pack of Prismatic. Oh, look at that. We're actually opening up Prismatic. Yes, so this is the Dark Souls of Pokemon cards right here. Very hard to get a chase pull out of here. 2,000 over a month. No product. Hell nah. That's right. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, here's the problem with the Pokemon music. I've heard the Pokemon music. I've heard it. I've heard it too many times. Oh, hi, Mark. I'm getting grounded from Pokemon cards. No! Why are you getting grounded from Pokemon cards? What did you do? Ready? Oh, Iron Boulder. Whoa, you got Iron Boulder. Congratulations. This is from Mark to Brandon. Brandon who? Brandon Wong? This is from Mark to Brandon Wong? Whose birthday? I gotta know whose birthday. Check William message. You called out my order, but you didn't open it. Oh, because it's not your turn yet. I saw it show up on my cell phone but I haven't actually gotten to your turn in the queue. My bad. I shouldn't do that because it's probably confusing. Basically, I get the pop-up on my cell phone, and sometimes I read it like a dummy. All right, that's for Mark. Yeah, it's actually not your turn yet. It's Mr. Mark's turn. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, you don't need to apologize. I was being confusing, wasn't I? There you go. Very nice. Any gym breaks? Limited gym breaks. There's not a lot. There are limited gym breaks, and it's going to feel that way most of the time. Gym breaks, here's what gym breaks won't be. We're not going to pick up our very best low-cost cards and turn them into gym breaks. Those are going in the Poke Shuffle and the live customs all the time, because that's the rule. So gym breaks will be for odd items. Here's an odd item. This is a Hello Kitty Pristine 10. It's a lovely card. James Hatcher's in here, in fact, just waiting to go. So gym breaks will be for odd items primarily. Everything else should be going into the Poke Shuffle and the live customs, and you should be aware that the good stuff does go into the Poke Shuffle and the live customs, okay? Because we don't want to cannibalize those. They already exist. They're a great system already. You know, gym breaks were just a little funny side thing, really. It's just this other thing, you know. I don't want to be a coin flip channel. I like live customs and Poke Shuffles way better. So, but yeah, those good cards should be reserved for those two systems. All right, those two RNG products. We have Robert Wright. Don't forget to take 25 off for my Dusclops. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So the Dusclops card, get Mr. Robert Wright's Dusclops. I'm going to leave this in here, but I'm going to go ahead and apply that 25 right now, just so that you feel relaxed about it. Here we go. I was just a little lazy, didn't want to pull it. I didn't want to get up and go grab it, and then I should do it after the stream is over, but then I forget by that point. So $385 remain. Boom. Oops. Boom. All right. $385. Okay, that was Mr. Robert Wright. And now we have Mr. William Wafter. And he says, 1 pack Rick and Morty, I have a bag. Well put, Mr. Hey, Miss Sarah. Oh, thank goodness. Stream saving me from the droning of computer training. Oh, no, not computer training. They're training you to be a computer. Bleep, bleep, bloop, bloop. All right. 1 Rick and Morty pack. Where am I hiding those? Season 1. That would be this one. This one. Ah, yes. Season 1 Rick and Morty. Okay. Here we are. Ooh. I actually do like the gym breaks because they offer for like people to have these fun scorecards. However, I think gym breaks will focus primarily on odd stuff. And the Holy Grail type cards, those will be reserved for Poke Shuffles and live customs. We need to have them in the Poke Shuffles and the live customs because those are been around a long time and they're really important to me. Wow, that was the pack, man. Look at that, guys. Wow, we might need to clip that. William Wafter. So these sketch cards from the Rick and Morty, they're kind of like the chase cards, and that is a nice Rick. So your card here, that might be about $200. You don't even need to worry about it getting a good grade. The grade doesn't matter on these signature sketch cards. Yeah, the grade doesn't matter. Very good. Look at that. I'm here. Release the ponies. All right, get the ponies out. Look at that. Are you guys jealous? We also have Rick and Morty Season 2, where you can pull similar things. Okay, so check those out on the menu, guys. They are pricey, but that really is their price. They're just a pricey object to open, and there's some pretty big pulls in there. This is the Rectum bumper cards. All right. Very good. Yes, the grade does not matter on this. All that matters is that it gets encapsulated. And because everyone understands the nature of a sketch card is that it gets beat up. But, you know, if you did grade it, it'd probably get a higher grade. I doubt it would get a 10. Like, look, there's some markings down here. It's not going to get a 10. It's just not possible. Wonder if a sketch card has ever gotten a 10 before. It's probably happened before, but we can see on the back instantly it's not going to be a 10. William Wafter. William, that was a very good $20. So that is what makes this stream so cool. I love seeing you guys pull these big cards, work on your collections. Let's see. William, we have your bag right over here, I believe. I love seeing these big cards come out. I love helping you guys work on your card collections. There we go. That's the kind of card to keep in your collection. Or You might help somebody else with their collection by selling it to them. Somebody else might want that card. Rick and Morty sketch card original. By the way, we have these cards for sale right here. These are illustration cards. Pokemon hosts an annual illustration contest. Somebody wins it. The person who wins gets to have their card turned into a real Pokemon card. So here's the current winners from 2024. And they're probably hosting one for 2025. And then much, much later, they'll release the winners. So these are just $17. I should look up their price online. But there we go. All right. So if you want those illustration cards, they're in here. It's 3 cards for Alligator, Pikachu, and Toxtricity. Give that a try. Mr. Check Discord, my package is missing an item. Oh, we better check that out. Let's see what it is real fast. That's from Andy Man. Okay, let's see. Give me a minute here. You're not Squid Membrane, are you? Oh, is it that is you? Are you looking for the Darkness Ablaze box? Hold on, let's see. I didn't mark who you were, did I? You know, Discord is so difficult because I never know who's who. Oh, yes, you're Andy Man. Okay, cool. This is Andy Man. Okay, and I'm going to pin that. Helps me identify you. Oh, here, let me delete this. Andrew Martin. Yeah, that's really tricky, you know, because you got your YouTube name, Andy Man. You got your real name, Andrew Martin. And then you got your Discord name, which is yet another name. And boy, that gets really hard to memorize. Now, you mentioned that the Dratini is a bit loose in the slab. That's pretty normal. Those die-cut cards are just a bit strange that way. What I do is I tend to just kind of knock the slab around until it's centered well, and then I don't knock it around much more. But yeah, that's very normal. They all move slightly in their slabs. It's just the nature of it, you know, like they don't have a way to hold on to that card. It's got like serrated teeth on one edge. So that's very normal. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Looks like Alexis did a good job. I like her packing style. Now, the Darkness Ablaze box is very simple. So when you get one of those booster boxes, when it's time to ship, she doesn't know to look for that box, and that box is not sitting with the slabs. So for everyone who gets a booster box, be sure to let me know when you're shipping that you have one. And you might even really have to get my attention because sometimes I'm stupid and I miss your warning. So we will go ahead and issue you a new label. It's kind of a pity. It's a little bit of lost money. It's something I have to think about because we can't have that happening very often. It's probably my fault. You probably warned me. But if you did not warn me, then I wouldn't have been able to leave a note for Alexis to grab it. She has to have a note on the label or else she won't know to look for it. There we are. It's very rare for a person being shipped to have a booster box. There's only about 3 of you guys left. So out of everyone we ship, there's only about 3 people in the whole group that might have a booster box. And so we gotta have a warning so I can make a note on her label. Okay, help me out with that. It's you know, it's just an odd thing, you know. We don't have a very good system for that at the moment. Andrew Martin. The booster boxes can't be stored with the slabs. They're too large and they're too heavy. All right, let's see. And speaking of that, I'm about to lose some money on postage. Mr. When does shipping go out for orders that were paid for Sunday? It says USPS is still waiting for items. No, the item's it's almost certainly already gone out. We're having a problem with our post office where they're not updating the labels. I don't know why they do that, but it seems to be ongoing for the last couple of weeks. There's been an issue where we get the item out to USPS and they just don't scan them, I guess. And so they get scanned much later. So maybe I will call up the post office and tell them that people are really noticing that and that it's very important that they get scanned. It's probably a sign that they're understaffed. Are all sketch cards one of one? Yes, they are. A sketch card is always one of one from every set. Doesn't matter what set you open. They're always one of one. All right, I'm going to say booster box on the label. So that's very important that we mention that when it's time to ship, or else you can expect the box to be missed. All right. So she's got a new label, and this go out on Friday. I got Victini, just missing the box. I sent you a heads up with extra payment. Oh, I see. So I probably didn't write the note down on the label, so that would make it my fault. Do me a favor. When you do it, really get my attention. Really scream at me. I'm just asking for the extra help because I am pretty stupid about it sometimes. Usually when you got like a new thing you're doing, you haven't built a habit around it yet, it's very easy for that mistake to occur. But we'll get you taken care of. Fresh label is out. Let me hit refresh on this. Got to get that note on the label. They need to hire Alexis. Let's see. Okay, all good. Thanks. I get a lot of packages in every week, so I kind of try to keep track of them because if one goes missing from all the people I buy from, it would take forever before I notice. You're telling me you don't only buy from me? Oh, man, I thought we had something special, dude. I'm messing with you. Yeah, I understand. Oh, you should see me. I mean, imagine being me. I've got like receiving's like a whole job. Receiving's like a whole job for me. I have to check in every item. Sometimes I buy like the same item from multiple people, and I have to be able to align it to each person I bought it from. That way, if something goes wrong, I know who to blame and who to like, hey, fix this for me. You know what I'm saying? All right, type in NHCC for a giveaway today for the daytime stream. Don't forget, we also have this Final Fantasy booster pack. By the way, still no Final Fantasy. Where is that Final Fantasy? Why do I have a creepy feeling like it's possible the seller who sold this Final Fantasy to me put a cancel on the shipping while it was halfway here and is having it sent back to him because the price went up so much. Oh, yeah, sorry, man. Oh, I guess they didn't ship it to you, huh? Well, I'm all out of them now. I don't know where it went. Okay, so this one got delivered on June 16th. It is 10 days after June 16th, and the second one, which was ordered on the very same day, is stuck in Lenexa, Kansas. Oh, man, I better contact the guy. That is stressful. Select the subject for your message. There it is. Oh, yes. All right. Victini done yet? No, not yet. Not yet. All right, we took care of Mr. William. Mr. William, and now we have Alex PSX, one Pokemon 151 Japanese. All right, you got it. So let's put this away for the moment. Here's this guy. I believe there's 3 spots left on this. So Paldean Fate's back on the menu. We got the new Hololive. We got the new Korean Rocket. We've been putting all kinds of new stuff on our menu. We've got this Victini is probably the top new thing that we have for sale. This Victini has been driving people crazy. And yeah, it's moving. So 151. Let's see. Here we are. I turned 34 today. 34? What? There we go. That's too young. Here we are. We've got Flagryon. We're pretty close in age. I'm about 36. So you're about 2 years younger than me. Wow, so young. Must be nice. Tossing this over here. There we go. Youth is wasted on the young. All right. Good. Happy birthday, Brandon. We are the same age. Toss this up here. All right, good. Luke Laurie, One Card Wars Adventure Time. Are you curious about this? So this set is a bit strange. It features the Adventure Time characters on the booster pack, But when you try to actually, where is it? God, I hate this set. It's always hard for me to find this. I never know where we're keeping this. Here it is. So there it is, Adventure Time Cardware. So we could open this, or you could leave it sealed. The pack looks great sealed. If you open it, the cards inside really are just the Card Wars cards. Are you rooting for Speed and Kai Cenat to complete the Super Mario live stream? Oh man, I have no clue what you're talking about. Order some strippers, Brandon, instead of Pokies. I turned 37 February. No! Here's an old man named Crazy. Only 3 years left, Mr. Crazy, and then your grandpa territory. Your choice. Let's open it up. I'll show you guys what's inside. There you go. Luke Laurie. Okay. Corn Bats, Strawberry Slammy, Blue Slammy, Ring of Damage, Davy Bones, Yellow Lighthouse, Little Freezy, Swamp Horn, and Popcorn Power. What? There we go. I've been playing that game, Elden Ring Night Rain. It is Luke Laurie. It's a real tough game. Let's see. I think they've done a good job. I think the game probably needs DLC. But as for now, it's a fun little game. I think they probably knew it needed DLC. That's probably why they released it just for 40. They didn't want to release it for 60 because they didn't feel the value was there. Okay. It's easy once you get the right relics. Yeah, that's exactly what I noticed. I got this relic where you drink a potion and it heals your allies. And it's like, that changes the whole thing, you know? You'll be in the final boss fight, right? And normally you'd run into this scenario where you can tell everyone's out of potions, they're out of heals. Because, you know, they start playing real skittish and they down more often. So you can tell when everyone's out of heals. Well, if you got this one relic where you can heal your own teammates, you can try to use that at choice moments and really extend the longevity of your teammates' damage output because they're playing more aggressively because they know they've got heals left over. Here's Joel Moran, 50 to pay off my slab. Oh, Joel, say less. You are? Let's see. Can I get a free birthday letter? A birthday letter? It's not free if I gotta ship it to you. Here's Joel. Dear Brandon, it's been a fortnight since I've written you last. I'm fighting the Everdark boss because I beat everything else already. Who's the Everdark boss? You mean like the Night Lord or whatever? Soundtrack's amazing. I finished E33 already. I don't know what any of that means. I beat the guy who like cuts the sky open, right? He's like the Night Lord or something like that. So I beat him the other night and I just beat that goat. And then I think there's one more dude I haven't beat. I still have your letter and signature, Dustclops. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's see. So, Mr. Joel. Joel. Here it is. Charmeleon from when? April. That was ages ago. That was like 2 whole months ago. Let's see. Putting this here. I don't know all the secrets to the game or anything like that. Like, I don't know if there's something I'm supposed to be doing. If you make the sauna a regular thing in your day, you'll lose so much weight. I have been losing weight. I'm doing a good job. Really, all you have to do is stop putting food in your mouth. That's the trick. Ta-da! Today for breakfast, I had 3 boiled eggs and a handful of mini wheats. That's it. So that's meal number 1. Meal number 2 is going to be blah, blah, blah with rice. It's going to be super lame. And then meal number 3 is going to be blah, blah, blah with rice. That's how you do it. That's it. There's no cookies. There's no ice cream. There's no Starbucks. I don't even like Starbucks. There's no donuts. Oh, I love donuts. That's it. Just real boring. Lay off the carbs. Easy. Yeah, you just have to eat less. Eat way less. You have to know how much you're eating, and then you have to eat less. I think you have to know how much you're allowed to eat. So again, this is for our good friend Joel. I'm looking over here, Joel. Mr. Joel. Aha, found it. Ta-da! Okay, oh, this was an Anthony Kalura card. That's cool. Ugh. I have trouble gaining weight. You know, Karis is like that. She's my wife, and she's always been pretty thin. And she's been trying to gain a little bit of weight, and she just can't do it. And I'm like, you skinny bitch. It is Charmeleon. Just shows we have different brains, you know. My brain says, eat, 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 eat. And yours says, oh, gross, I'm full. I don't want to take another bite. Here's Jack for Team Rocket Pack Break and 3 Pokey Shuffles. Oh, yeah. We are. She likes the kind of food that I'm cooking right now. She's like, oh, this is so good. It's so healthy. I was like, you'll never gain weight if you eat this. She's trying to be thick. She's trying to put on a little bit of weight. You are. Doctor told her she was a little thin. I was like, I don't mind. I don't mind her being so thin. Here we are, 4. It's not really a punishment, is it? But so she's got like banana bread. She's got like brownies, and they just sit there, and they sit there, and she never eats them. And she likes them too. I mean, she'll eat a brownie on occasion. But you know, if it was me getting my favorite dessert, whoom, the whole box would be gone like in hours, if I wanted to, you know. Or like a day, right? A day to eat a whole box of cookies. Because it's so good. You eat one, it's like taking a bite of air. No, wait a second. You said 3 Pokey Shuffles. Let's get those Pokey Shuffles. Here they are. Gain weight, 5-8 reps of heavy. Lose weight, 15-20 reps of light. What? Ready? So, okay, I get it. So this box is smaller than the Raw Shuffle box. Is that it? Let's see. Yeah, the Raw Shuffle box is longer. Oh, I should do that with the Raw Shuffle box. I should change it into one of these. Okay, because it fits on the table more easily. I was wondering why that was harder to fit on the table. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yeah, I'll buy something like a little bit of ice cream. I'll be like, you want a little ice cream? And she'll be like, no. I was like, how? How do you not want ice cream? Crazy. We'll stop and get like a donut, like a snack. I'd be like, what do you want? She'd be like, give me this donut over here. I'm like, here you go. And then she takes one bite out of it. She's like, throw the rest away. What? How? Doesn't make sense. Mr. Jack, those were 3 cold Pokey Shuffles. So I told her she should start a YouTube channel on being how to be skinny. But it would be kind of like cheating because she's just always skinny. She doesn't actually have to work on it. So she can gaslight everyone and be like, oh, yeah, you can be skinny. You just have to want it enough. I was like, why don't you be one of those influencers who's always, you know, talking about how to lose weight to everyone? Did you see the Hello Kitty Metazoo? Oh, was that part of the order? Oh, nope. No, wait. Oh, I see. It's Mr. Hawk. Hold on. So let's see. We've got Hathim, Gabriel, and Hunter. If you placed an order, I didn't see it. Let's scroll up. I don't see one from you. Mr. Thim, 3 Hololive Curious. You got it. So Hololive Curious, which is this one, right? That's the new one. And the old one looks like this. So I have to be careful with that. We are. Since the other set is getting older, I think I'm going to reduce the price on the older set by 50 cents. Doesn't seem like a significant difference, but I believe it is. Because there's 12 packs in the box. So Hololive Elite Spark, now $6. $72 per box. All right. Take that 9.5 for 17. This one right here, it's called Min Woo. It's from Final Fantasy. You got it. Okay. That's cool. Hello Kitty Gym Break. That's half full. Yeah, I think it's a cool one for sure. Okay, good luck, Mr. Hathim. Let's see what we got. Different rep ranges have nothing to do with gaining and losing weight. Lower rep range with heavier weights biases strength while higher. I have heard that having more muscle on your body raises your resting metabolism, though. So I don't know if there's... I don't know much about lifting weights and all that. Here we are. I've got a little weight that I lift, and that's about it. I don't have like a gym membership. I don't have like a lifting setup or anything like that. I'm really thinking about buying one, though. I was reading that one predictor for how well you survive cancer is, did you have enough muscle mass on your body? And so I'm thinking about that. And here we are. I don't think I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with being ripped like a beast. We are. I'm okay being a little just homebodied or something, just a normal, lame-looking person. We are. All right. I had like the really great-looking body when I was 18, and I had 2 jobs, Target and Sears, and they were both jobs that took a lot of muscle, and I got really, really fit. So I remember that. But I remember all the effort that went into getting to that point. And I don't know if I'd redo that. It would just take my whole day. You'd have to work on it all day. It'd have to consume your lifestyle. So I'm okay with the, I would be okay with just losing some weight and just being a bit thinner, and that's it. You are. I just want to be healthy. That's all. Healthy is actually all I'm aiming for. But yeah, they said muscle mass can be a predictor for how well you survive something like cancer. Let's see, Mister, do you think so-and-so got deported home? I haven't seen him post in the server and chat here. What are you talking about, Alex? We are. All right, so here's Gabriel Gallegos. 1 prismatic, 1 Paldean. 1 prismatic. We are. All right. And 1 Paldean. Nah, bro, I'm right. You're wrong. Sorry. Hololive still pumping out sets. The cool Hello Kitty gym break that's half full. He says, no, just generally. Oh, do I know about Hello Kitty Metazoo? Yes, I do. It's right here. We have some on the menu right now if you'd like some. Ta-da! Alex, you're crazy, man. Rand only comes in like once every 2 months, I swear. He comes in every 2 months, says hi, and then pops away. All right. Very good. All right. Whew. Victini went off. Victini. No, Victini's still running. Victini has not gone off. He's a big one. He could take a little while. More people should know about him. I should probably make more people aware that he's running. All right. Rand's last post was 6-1 and nothing. Yeah, that's like typical Rand. He's not actually super active. He just kind of pops in from time to time. Haha. All right. And I can't really store these over here. Let's place this for the moment right here. Good. So Paldean is back. We have Mr. Gabriel Gallegos. Can you top load that full art? Top load that full art. It's $100. Well, the rule is $200. What are you talking about? I don't remember giving you an expensive full art. Was it a girl card? Was that it? One of these? Here it is. I'll do it for you just because you're Mr. Athim, and it's just because it's $1. But that's it. So keep in mind, guys, for the free top loader, it's got to be $100, okay? Must be this one that says you are. All right. We used to run this stream, if you recall, we used to run this stream with no top loaders at all. So this is definitely not the free top loader stream. We don't do that because they actually cost a bunch of money. There it is. So you got to pull an actual pretty pricey card. I also pay a little bit of closer attention to square cut cards. These round edged cards are pretty dang safe. Round edged cards are not in danger. All right, here we are. Why so tight on top loaders? They're expensive. They are. They're really expensive. They are. I mean, if you eat through like 5 top loaders a day, 1 week you're looking at a pretty significant 35 top loaders gone in a week. 1 month you got to buy a new round of top loaders. So, you know, it's not free. Here it is. They let Liver King out of jail. Oh, I saw all that. I saw Liver King. God, dude, he looks worn out, man. And he seems crazier than before, doesn't he? I can't tell if it's a character or not. Do you think it's just a character? I always assumed Liver King was just like his character. But man, he's actually seems pretty, I don't know, like a druggie or something. I don't know how to describe it. He's a mess. Yeah, that guy. Well, I mean, we know he was doing like steroids and all that. Do you think he's truly off the steroids? I wonder if he's off of them. And he's definitely like a manic or something. He's real crazy. But his face looks worn out. It does not look healthy at all. You know, I would say his face looks like it's gotten really stressed out or something. I don't know how to describe it. So I saw the video of him just before he got arrested, and then I saw the arrest as well. But I saw the content he was posting before the arrest, and you know, he was really giving off crazy vibes. That's why he got arrested. I'm sure of it. Right? So when I heard he got arrested, I was like, for what? You know, for just making a, you know, jab online, or for like saying, hey, fight me, bro. It's like, that's not something to get arrested over. Now, when you actually go watch it, he seems not right in the head. And then his face is all, I don't know how to describe it, like gaunt or something. I think that's a word, gaunt. Ooh, look at that. Picking up that Master Ball Nido King in English might actually be kind of valuable. Look at that, guys. Excellent. Okay. His mugshot, Liver King, looks like the lion off the Wizard of Oz. Here we are. His rants were wild. All right. No, but he seems a lot less healthy than I remember him the very first, you know, when he was popular. And so he's got to be doing drugs, or this sort of extreme lifestyle has got to be wearing his body out. One or the other. It's one or the other. He does not look healthy. Gabriel, or maybe that's just the natural way his body looks as he ages, and I'm just ageist or something. I don't know his age. I don't know how old he is. Wait, how old is Liver King? Is he like 50? If he's 50, maybe that makes a lot of sense then. You know, your body changes as you age. How old is Liver King? My bet is 45 or something. He's age 47. I mean, he is getting pretty old, so no, maybe that's just the natural look, because as you age, your skin does sag a little bit. It does change. But I was really surprised by it. I didn't think it looked right. He looked stressed. He looked yeah, he didn't look right. He's got the roid gut. Oh, so that's the other thing I noticed. He's got like this huge belly. What the hell is that? Right? Like, it's got like abs on it, but that's the implant, isn't it? So he had implanted abs, right? And then he's got like this round belly. It doesn't look right at all. I saw that too. I took one look at that and I was like, what the hell? The TRT abs high didn't help. He's got the roid gut. It's got to be something. I don't know what it is. It just looks really bad. I actually might have it saved on my phone. I'm going to show it to my wife later. Mr. Gabriel, new bag. Gabriel, new bag time. All right. Gabriel. You natty or nah? Nah, dude. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I use the roids, man. Don't be like me, though, guys. You don't want to be like me. I got on the roids years ago. Not implant, dissented gut from roid use. Is that a real thing? Can someone look that up? Is that real? Yeah. Gross, dude. Mr. Will Tennyson be working out together? Who's Tennyson? Okay. He was king of booty in jail? Something. Yeah, I mean, when a guy who looks like that and sounds like that and talks like that says he's going to come to your home, I think that is worth having a investigation or something, you know, because it doesn't seem right. Makes my pickle tingle. When he kind of lost it after his being... I do think he lost... Well, I think he had already kind of lost it in the first place. That's why he was such an excellent salesman. Because when you watched him, he was just already insane. And then after it, you know, after it failed, after it kind of collapsed on him, let's see. Here it is. This is an ad. Here. Liver King, moments before his arrest. And he's just like saying crazy stuff here. Yeah, he looks really different. Maybe he's got a parasite in his brain from all the raw food. Yeah. I suppose that's a possibility. I don't know if that would be true, but that it's not impossible. Hunter Tipton is going in on the Hello Schmitty. All right, you got it. Hunter Tipton. It's James Hatcher and Hunter Tipton. Hope he gets the help he needs. Yeah, he looks like he's either aging poorly or... Yeah, he's only 47. Let me think about it. Now, I think it's like his body's been worn out. That's the impression my brain gives me. My brain looks at him and says, this is a guy who's gone to war or something. You are? All right. Something's not right there. But it wasn't just that. It was like the way he sounded, the way he was talking. It was like delirious. It was like manic. Strange, man. Liver Queen needs to be back on top. Well, I wonder if it's all an act. You know, maybe he's gotten very, very skilled. Maybe he's a normal guy at home. Maybe he's gotten very skilled, though, at pretending to be this other kind of person. But I don't think so. I'm betting that's really him. It is, because it's hard to pretend who you are for so long. Like, you know, the Cardconomist is a character, right? Here I am. But it's really just me. And I couldn't pretend to be someone else for a super long period of time. Going to James on round one. He's got the he's got the Rocket Tyranitar. Okay, Zamazenta. And, Energy. Round two, James Hatcher. All right. James Hatcher's going to take the Hello Kitty this time, Hunter Tipton. Boozers always age poorly. Liver King probably ate raw chicken. There is a guy who works out and eats raw chicken on TikTok. Have you guys seen that guy? He eats raw and rotten chicken for some reason. I don't know why. He does it. I guess he thinks it's better for working out or something. I don't know. He'll eat like fermented chicken, like organs and just like crazy. Oh, I did it backwards. Hunter Tipton, I'm so used to you always winning that I gave you another win and I gave James Hatcher another loss. Wait, I can fix the James Hatcher one by writing him up a new card. Okay, so he's got 1 and 1. So that's fixed. He made it to almost 50. Game over. The ferment guy, barf. Yeah. Hunter Tipton, next time you get a win, we need to not record it because you've already got it marked down, okay? And this back here gets messed up. So I'm keeping track of your streak to help you get that Elite Four score. James Hatcher. They say E. coli fights cancer. Does it really? No, it doesn't. You messing with me. Is this the exact same card? Hold on. Oh, this is the exact same card. Okay, let's do a different one. Ooh, I like this one. So this is actually a double-sided card, and it's really cute because it's got his poopy hole showing. It's called Pom Pom Purin. All right, let's get Pom Pom Purin running. I eat a few ounces of kimchi every day because fermented veggies are good for your gut health. Yeah, I actually like kimchi as well. Kimchi's, I think it's better than the other one, sauerkraut. I think sauerkraut's kind of, it's bland. It's too vinegary. Yeah, whereas kimchi will have a lot of pickled and strong flavors. It's like a perfect, it's like a type of seasoning, basically, the kimchi is. Yeah, but I don't buy it all the time. It tends to stink the whole kitchen up and the whole fridge up unless it's sealed really well. Karis does not like it. She likes the sauerkraut. All right, so let's get this running. This one's a little more expensive because he really is just a little more expensive. He's a hit card. But we're going to put him at a pretty good price. I think we had him at like $100 before. So this is kind of like on clearance because it's $80 now. He didn't sell, and as a result, he's cheaper. When things don't sell for a long time, they get cheaper. Or we can list them on eBay, one or the other. So, what's next? We have William Wafter. He says, 5 Hello Kitty Metazoo. All right, you got it. Hello Kitty Metazoo. Still some love from Hello Kitty. Hey, that's an empty box. So we're going to go get a fresh box now. So that's another box of Hello Kitty Metazoo I've sold through. You know, we've sold through a lot of that. I didn't like it before, but I'm starting to. Oh, the kimchi. Well, you know, it's got, it's got a very powerful flavor. It's almost sour. It's almost bitter. It's got a lot of stuff going on with it. It's got the spice. It's not bad. It definitely has a bit of a vinegary sour flavor. And you have to eat it with something that pairs really well. So like if you eat it with something bland, something that doesn't have a lot of flavor, like a poorly marinated meat or something, like a poorly seasoned meat, but you got kimchi and rice with that, then they all suddenly taste good like the kimchi. It dilutes the kimchi flavor. That's why I say it's almost like a seasoning. All right, here we are. Did you get my PayPal payment? I bet I did. I bet I did. Here, we'll go double check it right now, in fact. Yep, there it is. You're actually right after this one. All right. Who should I grade the sketch card with? So in this case, since the grade doesn't matter, I would definitely go with PSA, just to have the PSA brand above the card. Because I think that the PSA brand will take it. Like, it's a bit of an odd item. And so putting that PSA brand above it should actually raise its sort of value. Whereas if you put something like, I don't know, like BGS or Tag, people will probably stop and wonder, do people really spend big dollars on graded sketch cards from Tag, you know? So PSA has that sort of brand value. I would go for that this time. Anything weird, I like to grade it with PSA. Some cards are not so weird. Some cards are so valuable on their own that they don't even need the PSA brand. So like if you have a nice Charizard or something, you can grade that with anybody. Somebody's going to value it as a Charizard. All right, William. PSA is the choice this time. You don't need a pre-grade on it either, because it's not going to grade 10. It's a sketch card. When you have a sketch card, it can grade anything you want it to grade. It doesn't really matter, as long as it's basically pack fresh. And then, yeah, it's, here we are. 1. Not a card where the grade matters that much. 2. Sam Sinclair. for Hello Kitty fireworks and 5. Ah, there we go. You're looking for something like this right here. Very cute. Well worth the wait. All right, William Wafter, not doing too bad today. Got the sketch card. You got a nice Kuromi and Melody. Oh my gosh, he got a free pre-grade. Should I sell my first edition Fossil Gengar Raw? I'm looking to sell some stuff. Hello, Ahazius. Yes, I'd go sell that on eBay, okay? All right, William. Grabbing your bag. I think that's the hit of the set. This one? Maybe. I hear there's a actual Hello Kitty to pull out of the set, but we've never pulled it. All right. Ta-da. PRB1 was a reprint set, and still, it is the most expensive at the moment. PRB1 is? Especially spinach or tomato. What are you saying? Oh, man, I wish... I've got some grading with tag grading. I wish they would finish it, dude. It's taking forever. Here is Mr. Ivan. All right, Ivan. Tammy. Are all prices on the slabs firm? Pretty much, yeah. We don't like to do a lot of haggling or negotiation. There we go. We find that it generally hurts people's feelings. And arguments start. And, you know, your job is to tell me that my card's not valuable. And so that's why we don't mess around with the haggling. It's really not worth it. Okay. All right. That's not too bad. A nice Cedra, isn't it? Okay, look at that. Send that off to tag grading. That card will be less than a 10. Look at this. He used some kind of plastic protector to ship this bad boy. So there's another Victini. Pretty cool. So when the break's over, we could actually host another Victini break and see how it goes. Lovely card, man. So this could be a second Victini break. I might just keep the Victini breaks going. If you guys are liking it, and I'm still getting the same margin, the same cut, doesn't matter to me. Okay, Timmy, you get about $12 from this. A nice flatbed pita works. Get a little protein, less carbs. Okay, there it is. Okay. I want to cut bread gluten. I definitely have an allergy, but a sandwich is my favorite food. I saw this picture of bread in America. It was like a type of, it was a protein bread. What was it called? It was called, what's the name of that stuff? Keto? Some kind of keto bread. And it was like 60 calories, and it was like 20 grams of protein, some ridiculous number, and yet it was still in the shape of bread. So I was like, wow, I got to try that sometime. I wonder if it's any good. Because people are coming up with these food items that are like, chemically analyzed to get it just right, get it the way you want it to be for your diet. And it's really impressive. And I've never seen it on the shelves to buy, so maybe I'll have to order it online or something. I don't know. But it was very interesting. 60-calorie bread, mostly protein. I don't know what they're making it out of, but I've heard of protein pancakes as well. So I've heard of that before. So protein bread would be really interesting. Maybe it would make it so that you could eat bread again. Because the problem with bread today as it is, if you're trying to reduce the amount of calories you're eating, bread's one of the first things to go. Bread and butter got to go because the butter's super high calorie. It's like the densest possible calorie. The only thing that's similar to butter is sugar. Sugar and butter in the same super dense category. But then after that, it's carbs. So that would be like most bread, most pasta. When it comes to carbs, your best move is the rice for some reason. I don't know why. Rice is just good. I guess all the workout people eat the rice, and it works. It's like it's not decadent enough for you to overeat it, and it just gives you enough carbs so that you're not eating pure protein and feeling horrible from eating pure protein. So you got to have some kind of carb, but it should probably be rice. Just something you don't eat because it's like a dessert almost. When I think about bread, it's almost cake, isn't it? If you took a slice of white bread off the shelf at Walmart and spread some icing on that bread, it's just about cake. It is so close to being a slice of cake. And it's just how it is. It's not that good for you. It's kind of sad. All right, we got a big order. NHCC 154 off my Nami. Jump me in the Victini in 2 packs. Okay, hold on. 100 off my Nami. And then jump me into the Victini and 2 packs of white for whip. For whip, like Whipple? Like Joshua Whipple? All right, you got it, man. 100 off Nami. Mr. NHCC. Now, what is this over here? Oh, did we not remove Joel earlier? Joel finished his, so let's remove it. Thank you, Joel. Boop. NHCC, you've got the Nami going down to 250. Heck yeah, dude. All right, lovely. And now the Victini, spot in the Victini break. White rice only, brown rice is terrible for you. I've heard brown rice can hold like some bad chemicals better than the white rice, and as a result, it's considered less healthy. Even though it's got like fiber in it or something like that, it's harder to digest. But if you need more fiber, you can get fiber other ways, Let's see. Here's Victini. And the Victini bag over here. Victini jumping by 1 today, guys. Brown rice has higher GI. We got amazing bread in Germany. Yes, I've no doubt that the crusted bread in Germany is really good. But we actually have specialty breads like that here in the U.S. There's a guy I'm following on TikTok, and he does like a test on himself after eating all kinds of different breads. He was eating the cheap white bread. He was eating kind of like artisan delicious breads. They all had the same problem with glucose levels. So he was able to test his glucose level after every bread he ate, and he found, the artisan breads were just as bad as the simple white bread. And it's just, the problem is the basic ingredient being flour. Just like in cake, the basic ingredient in cake, what is it? Was cups of flour. So you're not supposed to eat cups of flour, apparently. All right, let's see. Here's Mr. Waltbeer. Please add $30 to my store credit. You got it. You can't get around that part. It's made out of flour. Although maybe you can get around it. Maybe we're making bread out of new materials, If flour's no good, maybe there's something. I hate white bread because it basically is cake. I only go wheat or less of gluten. Chains, no stress, bro, my pleasure. Asian culture, look how healthy they are. Yeah, they are very thin in Asia in general. I don't know if that's a cultural thing or if it's a brain thing or if it's like the design of their food. It's got to be something, though. But we were talking a little bit about that last night, where I was saying a lot of the desserts are just some sort of red bean paste. And how do they make it? They make it out of beans. And it's like beans for dessert. God, no wonder you're healthy. All right, so... All right, the $80 for international shipping. Oh, no problem. 2 English PRB1s. You got it. 2 English PRB1s. Let's get it. Beans for dessert. What? Okay, if bread lasts longer than a few days without molding, you don't want it. Oh, yeah, the breads from the store being full of the preservatives and all. Yeah. Yeah, that is another thing, isn't it? There we go. Mr. Forgot the 2 packs of white. Oh, yes, the 2 packs of white, which are actually for Mr. Whipple. Where's the 2 packs of white? Here they are. You're so white, Josh. There we are. There we go. Could be all the glyphosate. Yeah, the glyphosate made me forget, man. I had too much bread. I had too much white bread. Now, black bread. There we go. Here's Dredigon and Buffalant. White bread. Cool whip. Here's, Caphagrigus. All right, there you go, Mr. Josh. There you go. Maybe a nice cheese ravioli. I was studying cheese because, unfortunately, that's another thing you're really not supposed to eat. And I was surprised to learn, you know, like the cheapo nacho cheese they put on your food at like Taco Bell or like at the movie theater? That nacho cheese is really not made of that much cheese. There's a little bit of cheese in it, but not that much. And ironically, or perhaps surprisingly, the discovery is that it's quite literally lower in calorie than typical cheese, since it's made mostly out of fillers, not out of cheese. Cheese is one of those super high dense foods because it's almost exactly like eating a stick of butter. So when you eat cheese, you might as well just be eating a stick of butter. But the nacho cheese is a lower calorie kind of cheese because it's not really cheese. It's full of like starch and stuff. All right, it's not exactly good for you, but weirdly enough, if you're just literally trying to cut calories, it might be an option to put a little bit, like a spoonful on like a hamburger or something. So I might try that sometime. I don't know. Look it up for yourselves. You'll see it. Let's see. All right. Ah, yes, the government cheese. Ta-da! Wait, this is wild beers. This is for this order right here. This is Joshua Whipple for this order. All right, Josh. Ramos. Joshua Whipple. My brain is able to operate the channel kind of like on autopilot. And that's how I'm able to conversate with you guys. But you can see the autopilot sometimes needs adjusting. There it is. I was like, there's no way that's my bag. Well, look at all this stuff you have in your bag. Okay, so this is Mr. Waldbeer, which we'll need for these. Here you go, Mr. Waldbeer. The cheese tax. Cheese is technically a concentrate, should be used minimally. Yeah, they found that overconsumption of cheese led to all kinds of health conditions. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. It's a really yummy food, but for a simple reason. You're basically eating salted butter. That's what it is. It's a kind of salted butter. And so if you could imagine, think about how much cheese you put on your pizza. Imagine that was all just butter, like huge slices of butter. Now the pizza makes sense, doesn't it? You're like, oh, that's what's on my pizza. It's just a large tub of butter on top of bread. That's what it is. It's a large tub of butter on top of bread with tomato sauce and typically some really unhealthy meats. Those meats, like the pepperoni, those are like some of the most processed, unhealthy meats you can eat too. So it's a zombie food. It's sad. It's sad. It's a zombie food. All right. I like pizza. I'm a big cheese pizza guy, bro, and I'm losing weight. Literally, just count calories. I'm on 1,800 a day. Yeah, exactly that. So that's another thing. You technically can do that. You can eat whatever, like Twinkies, and lose weight as long as you keep it under 1,800. But I've read that even though that's true, your body still wants to have certain nutrition to keep itself in, I guess, better health. And so just because you could eat 1,800 calories of Twinkies a day doesn't mean you can't get unhealthy while you're skinny. Oh, here it is. I was looking for this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So I was reading about that. I was like, all right. You can't have anything nice. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Eating is suffering now. Like, I heard the Queen of England, she ate really, really, really healthy. She didn't really enjoy eating. Like, it wasn't important to her to enjoy it. Here's Brandon Boutillier, Nido King slab away payment. You got it, Brandon. She lived forever, dude. She lived a really long time. So she's probably got it figured out. You're probably supposed to eat food like it's just a medicine or something. Not supposed to be eating food like it's a dopamine drug. It's sad, though, isn't it? You know, because if you take, and I'm experiencing this right now, if you take food away, what do you have left? So I get off work. I'm definitely not going to enjoy a delicious dinner. Now what? Well, we can exercise. Okay. And then what? I don't know. Nothing. Just about nothing. So, you know, life gets really sad and boring when you have no dopamine, you know, drugs or whatever. Guess I'll just shoot up meth now. What makes that Victini so special? Oh, this a Victini that you should definitely jump into. This is a tournament card. That is Battle Day Victini. He's super desirable. You can see He jumped to 18 spots in a day and one stream. So everyone, most people know what he is. That is a hyper desirable promo card that is being handed out at special events. For example, Battle Day. He is a thing to hand out to the participants. And then if you're lucky, you get the Victini. So he's super expensive, and I don't know where his price will be 5 years from now. It could be really high. It could be like 7,000, 8,000. Or maybe it just stays the same. But Pokemon's crazy. So, yeah, I would bet the first graded Victini promo from this battle tournament thing, I bet you he's like 2,000. I bet you he is. I bet you he hits a PSA 10 low price of about 1,500 for a while. And then I bet after a couple years, he rises to like 2 and 3. That's my suspicion with this card. Every time they come out with the tournament card, I don't buy it, and every time I regret not buying it, because you just say that. You say it's a tournament card, and people go nuts for it. I don't know why. I don't know why I swallowed a fly. Perhaps I'll die. Alex. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Do you guys remember that song? What's this? I got a message. Let's see. Oh, I marked this unread. Are you getting the Pokemon Center Pikachu boxes? No. I don't even know what you're talking about. Pokemon Center Pikachu boxes? Wait, I want a Pokemon Center Pikachu box. Here's Wildbeer. He says he'll try 2 more PRV1s. Here you go, Mr. Wildbeer. If it's running, I'll get in Victini tonight. He's running. You better go catch him. What time is it? 6:02? Oh, yeah. Today's a Thursday. Tossing this over here. So, Mr. Wildbeer picking up this cool guy. Oh, Victoria Sindri. Lovely. Look at that Victoria. Okay. Althor. And find that God pack. Yeah, I know, man. I would love for one to pop out as much as you, because we'll get that recorded and it will almost certainly do well. There we go. If we pull one, we'll give an updated value for that God pack, Cindy needs more love. Yeah, Cindy doesn't get enough love, man. Okay. Ta-da. I think I'm just going to create another bag for you now. There was an alt art in the last pack. Can I at least see it? Wait, was there? Oh, I didn't even see him. He slipped my, I didn't even see him. My bad, my B. Oh, yeah. Charlotte Pero Sparrow. No, you're supposed to get his own sleeve like that. There we go. Not bad. There we go. Good catch. You look kind of like he was just a typical SR. Perhaps because he was behind this one. It's the same exact character, too. All right. Good round. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. So, by the way, is the Metazoo still there? Yes, Metazoo's still there. We have a Metazoo gym break. We are. Sometimes little breaks like this don't go off until like Friday. People get paid on Friday. That's Metazoo with a chance for a Mothman who last sold for $800. Now this one's going to say Mr. Waldbeer. Good. How do we earn badges on our gym break card? So the badges are probably going to be made obsolete. I don't know if I want to do the badges forever. I like the scorecards a lot better. I like the scorecards. So we're probably just going to run the scorecards. However, currently, if you get 8 wins on your scorecard, I can make you a gym badge card for you, okay? So if you want one, you can get it while they last. You have to reach 8 pulls where you pulled the card, okay? I sent a ZELLE a bit ago. I'm gaming, so might have... Oh, did we already do it? Illustration pack. Oh, you know what I did? I opened it up to do it, but then I realized I still needed to service Ivan. Here goes. Ivan Rodriguez did a thing where he had me check his order ahead of time, and so I'd forgotten I was actually on yours, and I ran over to look at his. Oops. Here it goes. Such a tricky mistake. All right, here is the illustration contest for our friend, Mr. James. So these are $17 a piece. You get all three of the winners for Alligator, Pikachu, and Toxtricity, and they're very gradable. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. I like the badges, says Mahil. They're pretty fun. But so for your scorecard, all you got to do is reach a win of 8, and you'll get one of those badge cards made. We'll make the badge cards after you get 8. This is a really important idea. Let me explain it to you guys. Here's the problem with the badge cards. So what will happen is a lot of people only get into 1 or 2 breaks, and then they don't do anymore. They leave. They say, you know what? I don't like gym breaks. So they give up after 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And so we end up eating up all those stickers for no reason. We just, all the stickers disappear. And I have none left for people who actually want to reach the complete amount of 8. We run out of them. So now we do the scorecard. Those are very cheap, just marker. And when you reach 8, then we'll put together a gym badge for you. We'll put together a scorecard of 8 for you, okay? So that's how it's working. This is to conserve those stickers. There it is, James Beam. Yeah, we're ending up with a full box of incomplete gym badge cards, and people weren't working on them anymore. They're like, I had a gym break. I'm out of here. There you go. Could you check out my follow-up on Discord? Thinking about shipping soon, but wanted to see if we could agree on something on the Chansey. Oh, the Karuta Chansey. Yeah, I'll take a look at that, okay? Here we are. Very nice. Maybe I could list it in auction on eBay for you. All right, so Wild Beer's done. We have an order from Ivan. He says he'll take the Hypno. All right, that's a really strange card. That's a Hypno from Pokemon poker cards. They called it a bicycle poker card, huh? I've seen those for sale, but I always thought the artworks were a bit odd, so I stayed away. Okay, let's make sure that Adam gets a cut. How many spots left in the magic break? How many spots left in the magic break? Oh, yes, the Final Fantasy magic break. So there are 3 spots left, and then it goes off. All right. So it's more than halfway done. Okay, looks like he gets about 12 and a half for this. 162 plus 12, 174. Okay. So if he got 12 and a half, that means I get about 5.5 before PayPal fees. Okay. Is that right? Wondering about how that math works. There you go, Mr. Ivan. Did you get more Final Fantasy? I've got this huge order of Final Fantasy, and it's stuck in Lenexa, Kansas. And it's been there since like 10 days ago. It's been there, just sitting there. And it doesn't make sense. It's kind of scaring the crap out of me because it's a super expensive shipment. And I am a little concerned that maybe the guy who shipped it to me has recalled it to go back to him, because then maybe he wants to sell it at the higher price or something. I don't know what's going on. In a worst case scenario, it's been stolen or lost or damaged. But there's also that possibility. Maybe he said, wait a second, these have like doubled in price. Bring it back to me. So I don't know, but we got a bunch of it stuck in Lenexa, Kansas, and it's driving me nuts. It's really upsetting. We're probably missing out on sales. Right now, we're missing out on sales. It's a terrible time to not have any of that product. I ordered a lot of it, and it's just not here because it's stuck. It's been stuck for... I ordered it before it even launched, and it's just been stuck there. All right, let's see. We should have some others, though, on the way. Here's one that is... Let's see it real fast. So this one's getting close. Okay, so I've got another one. It's a single box, and it's in Kansas City. That is very close to me as well. So that one should be here within a day or two. Let's see. How about this one? Oops. All right, so this guy, he doesn't have a tracking number for me. It just says that it has shipped. So we have another one that's on the way. We should have some probably by Saturday. But the Lenexa one is giving me stress, man, because that one's multiple thousands of dollars, and it's just been stuck there for like 2 weeks. So what could possibly be going wrong that it should be stuck there for like 2 weeks? It doesn't make sense. All right. What's your target price for the Nami first edition? Oh, that one's already sold, Mr. Waldbeer. There we go. All right. Here's Alex. 1 Japanese. You got it. Mr. NHCC snatched it. I put it up on the table and it was gone in a heartbeat. There it is. Okay. Trump announced a trade deal with China. Oh, did he? Did you guys all... 2 weeks ago? Did you guys all watch the that super weird clip where Trump calls himself like your daddy to the NATO guy? Really awkward. And he has like this awkward smile on his face too. And I saw another point of view of that, and Marco Rubio's in the shot, and Marco Rubio loses it. He can't keep his composure. He starts like, you could see him holding back a laugh, but he lets out a huge smile because he thinks it's so ridiculous. EU prices are a little behind. That's why I'm going big. I'm doing good strawberry. Here we are. All right. I'm doing well, thanks. Almost time to go back to work. There we go. Here's Radon. Charmeleon. Lightning. Look at that lightning. That's a really nice card. We might need to look that card up, make sure it hasn't gone up in price. I think that's actually a good idea to do right now. So we want to double check that lightning. You are looking at not a cheap card. This is a legitimate, very expensive lightning card with actual sales data behind it. So it's not just a made-up price. It actually sells. Okay, so the cheapest one is $425. So it's the same price. It hasn't changed. Okay. If anyone needs confirmation on that lightning price, take a quick look at this. So it's sold 2 times, $350 and $500 in April. Super expensive. So that one's $425, okay? It's based off of the cheapest buy now price on eBay. Some people are just going hard for Final Fantasy cards, but what's fascinating about that price is that was before the launch of the Final Fantasy set Magic. So I think that the Magic set being so popular somewhat solidifies the brand. Here's Team Rocket Grunt. 1 spot in the Victini. Do I have any store credit? Had a Umbreon on commission with you. Don't know if it's sold. Oh, it's so funny that you should mention that. Here he is. So he is not sold. There it is. He's a nice $40 card. You guys are always allowed to lower your cards by price, so you can make this like 36 if you wish. Let's see. Team Rocket Grunt, huh? It says 0, so you were wondering if the Umbreon had finished. I like the lightning, but I already have a slab away. Whoa, if people are going hard, they need to quit the gooning. Boy, that is the word, huh? Here we are. All right. TRG. If they don't add that word to the dictionary, I'm going to be pissed off. Here it is. The Victini bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 19. Okay, we've got 19. Holy smokes, man. That card is moving. We've got Arturo. Can I get 15 Poke Shuffles? Whoa! Mr. Arturo going hard on the Poke Shuffles. Let's give it a try, Mr. Arturo. Heart of the Goon, guide me. 1, 2, 3. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so you got 2 live customs and a Seadra out of there. Let's take a quick look at that. We don't know what will happen with the live customs yet, but let's take a quick look at the Seadra. Oh, Seadra. Okay, he's not bad. It's actually a $30 Seadra. And so you only need to make up $45 to break even. Toss this. So this is a $40 2 live customs. Now it's all about whether you get lucky in the live customs, Mr. Arturo. If you get lucky, you're going to do very well. If you're unlucky, then it's like you bought 2 live customs and 1 Poke Shuffle and missed. Let's find out. We've got 1. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Having some luck. Lucky day. Today's Mr. Arturo's lucky day. I was a little worried for you because, you know, those live customs are tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We were talking about that last night. Somebody was mentioning how they get live customs out of the Poke Shuffle and don't always get a hit. But I was like, sometimes you do. You know, the live customs, you're not supposed to hit every time. It's just not possible to do that. Poker Oshawott 10. Oh, I know that one. All right, let's see. And there he is. So you got Oshawott 10 and Seadra. The Oshawott, I feel like he looks kind of ratty when he's not in a nice sleeve. Like he's a simple sleeve, 75 written on the front. Watch this. Watch how we transform it into a nice slab. I'm thinking about offering this as a service for me to use a premium sleeve on all your slabs for you. So that when they arrive, they're all ready to go. They're all good. Okay. Watch this. I've dedicated myself to solo leveling. What? I guess the heart of the goon did guide you this time, Mr. Arturo. Ta-da. And now he looks like a collectible. Crazy how one nice sleeve can change the way it's perceived. You know, you put it into a premium sleeve and then it goes, oh yeah, that's a nice card. Look at that, see? All right, look at the Sailor Moon transformation. So funny. All right. Wow, look at that. Okay. And then I guess we'll write your name here. What sleeves are those? So these are a premium sleeve. They've got the PSA logo on them. There's probably a way to get them without the PSA logo. And I don't use these on the cards up here because they're just way more expensive. They're way more expensive. And so as a result, I use these sleeves sparingly. Now the sleeves we do use, these are simple made in China cheap sleeves, and they're very foggy and ugly. And they don't do the card justice when you've got the cheap sleeve on them. So I thought about making it an option to sleeve all of your slabs before the shipping goes out. I think the way we'd set it up is I'd teach Alexis, I'd say, hey, you know, they ordered the premium sleeves or something like that. And I don't know what the price on the premium sleeve would be, maybe like 25 cents or something. And then, so if you've got like 5 cards, that's really not that expensive. It's like $1.25. And for me, that's enough money that it could get done. But see, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth all the little bit of trouble. It'd be nice though, wouldn't it? All right. Wald, you can't advertise in chat. Wald, they are correct. You absolutely cannot advertise in chat because that will get you in trouble. So here is Christopher Houghton for Japanese 151. So now you are aware. Let's go grab these. All right. Offers for Mr. 2. That's okay. Hey, what's up, Tammy? So let's go get those 151s. Let's see. Wild Beer, we've had a lot of guys do basically exactly that. They kind of come in here, we're good friends, and then they go, you know what if I ran a rip and ship? And unsurprisingly, they get a really good idea. They say, wait a second, everyone here should know that I'm running a rip and ship. And when that happens, then it becomes a big problem because it's like, you know, the comment section can't be, the live chat section can't be like a, hey, how about you take all my customers section? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not the done thing, you know? People don't do that. I wouldn't show up to another Rip and Shippers channel and be like, what are you guys doing here? Come to the Cardconomist live stream. We got the good stuff. All right. Very nice. There's a couple guys who quietly disappeared at some point because of that issue. And no one even remembers them now. There we go. I'm in a trading relationship to another continent. It's something different. I'm not trying to sell you something. Here we are. Very nice. Just got home from work. Chill day today. Oh, that's nice, man. We are? Okay. I'm hypothetically happy to hear that. Let me just share my eBay link real quick. We used to have that, you know, you used to be able to share your link in our, we used to have a Discord server dedicated just to help other people sell their cards. It was called Pokistan, like Pakistan. And we had a channel where you could actually share your eBay link so people could go to your eBay store. We eventually shut it down because the Discord was like so unmoderated and so few people were in it at one point. It was just like a couple people and no sellers. And then I realized to get people into that Discord server, I would need to stop and sit around and advertise it. And I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't know if I want to advertise 2 Discord servers or 2 separate places to buy and sell. So I think it's better to just focus on the one. Here we are. All right. I've got vintage PSA 10s for cheap. Message me on Discord. Better prices than Mr. Look at that. Christopher Houghton. Nice Snorlax, dude. Look at that. Nice Snorlax. Yeah. That's funny, man. Let's go grab Christopher Houghton. All right. Christopher Houghton. Ah, here we are. Very nice. Pulling this up over here. We had a moderator did that a long time ago, and that became a huge problem. Okay. Here's Javier. 1 gem 2 box, 1 Korean rocket box. I have a bag. Whoa, the good stuff, huh? All right. 1 rocket box and 1 gem 2 box. Let's start with the rocket box, shall we? I bet if you did 4-hour day streams, they'd be filled with orders. Do you give free sleeves at least? No free sleeves. They're expensive. No free sleeves, no top loaders. If you want your name written on the back of your slab, that'll cost you extra. There you go. Every penny is a prisoner with me. Toss that over there. All right. Well, you guys don't see the bill when I have to order those things, so there you go. Penny sleeves, slab sleeves, bubble wrap, shipping boxes, Sharpie markers, bulk Sharpie markers, the little baggies, the sandwich baggies that hold, it all adds up to thousands of dollars. You don't see that part. And you go, hey, ouch, that's a lot of money. Where did all this go? How did we run out of those? All right. For the card savers, these, like the thing the Victini's in, that was $10,000. It was a $10,000 order. Yeah, that's like serious Pokemon money right there. You could buy like a couple really good cards with that money. $10,000 for all those semi-rigids. Made me semi-rigid. All right, you ready? Here goes, Javier. Ta-da! Very nice. And cold. And Seditan. You get a sleeve, you get a sleeve. A long time ago, I used to sleeve most of the cards. My policy now is like, look, so these 3, and then the Tyranitar in front, we'll give Tyranitar a sleeve, and then we'll bundle the rest in with them, see? That reduces the speed at which we run through the penny sleeves. And you think, well, they're just a penny. How bad could it be? But we ran through a whole stack of them right at the beginning of the stream. Remember that? There was a whole stack. Well, we run through a stack like that every like 3 days, it feels like. 3 days, I got to grab a whole stack of those. And then, you know, 1 month goes by and it's like, all right, we need a new case of penny sleeves. I was like, oh, God, dude. So it's kind of like a cost of operation. And we try to be smart about it. Here we are. Like for these slab sleeves, we try to use the cheap ones. We think of them as this thing we write on or put stickers on. All right, we must be getting closer to the hit. You got 2 ARs left. Orbeetle, Rocket's Orbeetle popped out. I really wish they'd gone with like 1 or 2 more cool Rocket cards. I feel like, you know, Orbeetle, such a slap in the face, man. They got Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet's not really popular with anyone. There we go. God, there's just a couple really good cards in this set. Rocket's Moltres Alt Art, Rocket's Nidoking Alt Art, Rocket's Mewtwo Alt Art, and then the Houndoom AR, and I like the Weezing AR, I really do actually. The Blaziken AR, which is not a Rocket card, is pretty cool as well. But so there's really limited cards. How do you know how many cards to put in a single penny sleeve if they aren't bulk? Oh, here's that Murkrow too. Murkrow's okay, I guess. Are you asking how many cards can you fit in a penny sleeve? I mean, oh, Arboliva or something? I'm sorry. Forever tainting the Rocket set, Arboliva. Yeah, I actually think some of the reverse holos in the English version of this set will do okay over time. Like, there's a reverse holo Arbok, Hypno, Ampharos. Those are all pretty cool. And then the Tyranitar holo is pretty cool. You don't have to pull him as a reverse holo. Javier says, cut that. Cut the Arboliva? Nah, you don't mean that. He's probably worth the whole $1.75. You can't cut that in half. Olive branch. They need an olive branch in the Middle East, huh? Arboliva. All right. Very nice. I was listening to Iran was telling its people how it gloriously defeated Israel or something today. I was like, oh brother, dude. Javier Arroyo. Let's see. Very nice. The war never ends, man. That Rapidash, it's gorgeous. Oh, the one in the Rocket set. Yeah, that's an interesting card. I don't know if I like Rapidash, though. That's the problem. I'm not a Rapidash collector. Here's Palafin. No olive branches shall be extended. Yeah. Ooh, this is SGC 10 Armed and Dangerous. Did he tell me to lower the price on this one? Let's see. He told me to lower the price on a couple of them. Okay, so he actually tells me to raise the price on it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. He thinks 50 is too low. He wants it to be 55. All right. Armed and Dangerous. Good. Okay. Good. Now, we aren't done. We need the Gem 2 box, right? Gem 2. We got a fresh case of the Gem 2s open, Mr. Javier. You might have noted that the other day. Whoa. All right. Eee, look at that little Sylveon. Okay. I'll take a dime sleeve. What? Skip the penny sleeve. Put them in a top loader. No! How to ruin your card. A step-by-step instructional by Lord Chain. I think my order earlier, you applied the 40 towards Umbreon, not Nidoking. Oh, you have 2? Hold on. Is that the deal? You've got 2 cards? Oh, you've got 2 cards. I did not see that. My bad. My eyes zeroed in on Brandon Boutillier. So let me remove that. And now let's go in and update the Nidoking. 1435 minus 40. 1395. Most people only have 1, so that caught me off guard. All right, there we go. Very good. 1,395 remains on the Nidoking. All right, Javier. Pretty rare to have 2 of them. Okay. Saddam did a similar thing. He had a victory over Iran and victory over America, Palace, and Baghdad. Guess what the first thing we bombed was in the invasion? There we go. Oh, my gosh. Never-ending conflict coming out of that place, man. Here's a Sneep. We should just be working on, like, the cure for cancer, you know what I'm saying? Why aren't we busy with that? That's all we should be doing with our money. It's sad. We're busy having conflicts, endless Middle Eastern conflicts. All right, there we go. Very nice. I wonder what happens next in the world. How's the stock market doing? I haven't even checked the stock market. You can't check the stock market every day, but you can if your name's TCC. Oh, stock market's doing well. You know, you see the stock market do well, you kind of wish you put all your money in. So, up 4% for the whole year. If you look at the last year, there was this really bad spike downward where the whole thing falls by like 7 to 8%. That was when Trump announced the whole world tariffs. And now it's just kind of recovered back to where it was at the start. Let's see. How is my investment done? I have a 15% return on my investment. Wow, that's pretty good. Better than the cost of the interest on my mortgage. All right, you ready? Makes you wonder if you should pay your mortgage down or buy stocks, you know. If your mortgage is 7%-ish, around that area, should you pay off that mortgage or should you buy stocks? Well, if you buy stocks and they go up by 15%, then you actually made more money in the stock market than you lost to your mortgage that year. But inevitably, the market crashes, and you would have been better off paying off your home that year. So it's all timing, isn't it? But somebody like Dave Ramsey will say, go ahead and just pay that home off. Because no matter what happens in the market, whether it goes up or whether it goes down, you will always owe 7% on your home. So that's the conservative, not gambling move. It's not a gamble to pay off your home if you have a high interest rate. That's not a gamble. You are literally saving yourself a 7% interest. And that's probably the smartest thing to do with your money at the moment, unless you're such a good investor that you can get more than a 7% return with that same money. That's very risky. Like, for example, you could put all that money into, Pokemon cards, which is exactly what I've done. I've put most of the money into the Pokemon cards and not into my mortgage. So the question, do I just keep doing that? When does it end? When does it go bad for me? It is. Ooh. I guess it goes bad if Pokemon cards crash. But if I paid off my home instead of buying cards, and the cards are doubling in price every other year, well, then I'm foolish. Should have just been buying the cards the whole time. That's a tricky little math equation there. And it's a type of gambling. It's a type of betting on what to do next. Dave Ramsey, did I say Gordon Ramsay? Dave Ramsey would say, Mister, any sketch cards for sale? Yes, actually, I do have sketch cards for sale. It's a great question. I should actually have a Rick and Morty sketch card for sale myself. I saw it just the other day. I don't know where it went. Ooh, no AR in this box. Mr. Javier, no AR. Let's see. Not in this one. No luck. I invest all my money in OnlyFans. The returns are great. Yeah. I'm with Dave Ramsey. Pay off your house, then do what you want. So that's sort of like the conservative move. Think of it like this, Mr. Micro. Let's say I took all my money that I earned over the last couple of years and I put it all into my home, which I think I have like a 6.8% mortgage on this home. The other homes are cheaper. They're like 4%. But let's say this home's the high percentage one. And instead of buying any Pokemon, I took my money and I paid off my home. I would have saved 7% per year on that money. But I didn't do that. I bought a ton of Pokemon. That's all I bought. I just do the minimum payment on the home, and then I just virtually spend everything on Pokemon. That could have gone very, very badly if Pokemon even stayed the same price. Because then all that money could have saved 7% against the mortgage, and instead it's just staying the same. But Pokemon actually went significantly up in that time period. So I got all these cards with that money, and now those cards are worth a lot more, and I have the option to sell them, liquidate them on eBay or something. And so that's the gamble. And so that's why, Dave Ramsey will tell you should pay off your home. And then somebody like Kiyosaki would be like, you're an idiot if you don't have a ton of debt, blah, 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 blah. Of course, Kiyosaki's got a whole philosophy around that. It's not just go buy Pokemon cards. But it's fascinating. It shows that money's sort of like it's a betting game on where to move capital. And capitalists play that game. And even individuals like me and you have to play that game too. We have to think about, where does our money double fastest? And is it my mortgage? It is Javier. All right, Mr. Javier. It'll double at a steady 7% per year in the mortgage. But there's investments in the world that double faster than that, faster than 7% per year. Maybe the stock market. For example, the 15% return. Well, that's higher than the 7% cost of the mortgage. Kiyosaki and his debts. Kiyosaki's interesting. A lot of his philosophy is revolving around a couple ideas. The inflating dollar. So he goes into debt, and then the dollar inflates, and so his debts are not so bad anymore. They don't matter because the dollar doesn't have any value. So he's hiding his money in the homes, and the value of nails and lumber and labor, those just go up. So he's packing his money in there, and then the government gives him those tax incentives like depreciation, and then he makes the homes produce something. The homes are productive. Somebody goes to work, earns cash, and then pays you because they're renting your home, whether it be for a fun vacation or maybe because they just want a place to rent, like an actual permanent rental. So he's hidden his money into this object, and he's getting some tax preferences like the depreciation, I guess, loophole, whatever you want to call it. And that to him is good debt. He doesn't care about the 4, 5, 6, 7% interest at that point. Of course, now the market, you probably could argue, has peaked, and it's time for it to be on a slow decline for a while. So, it was those early years of COVID, that was the time to buy as much as you could. And now it's probably not a good time to buy. Louis Laura, hey, mister, one spot on the Victini. You got it, Louis. All of the politicians kind of disconnected from the main server. My views is I can lose everything, all my investments, but if my house is paid off, I'll still have a roof over my head. Here we are, Louis Laura. Yeah, so what you just described there is a very conservative way of thinking, not the political use of the word, but like to conserve, right? To protect what you have. And you're right. So like, let's say the market crashed to zero for some reason, kind of like 2008, the market crashed real bad. And everything's crashing, everything's exploding, everything's going wrong. Pokemon cards are going to zero, gold's going to zero, stocks are going to zero, but your house is paid off. You're the winner. You got a house to live in. But if that doesn't happen, if the stock market doubles in price and Pokemon cards double in price, you're going to miss out on having put your capital into a faster moving market than the 7% interest of your home. See, so that's that sort of like age-old question on what to do next. There's 20. Should you live like a person renting money from the bank at 7%, or should you live like a person who has no debt? And so if you were to lose your job and the market were to crash, that's okay. Your house is still yours. You need a self-sufficient home with water source to be the winner. All the politicians kind of disconnected. Dave Ramsey is fairly disconnected at this point, although he has good ideas and his advice. Dave Ramsey's advice are based in strongly conservative views on how to invest money. Here's Sarah Dusenberry, 4 OP9 Japanese and 2 shiny treasures. So his ideas don't involve a lot of risk and a lot of gambling. Here we go. All right, 4 OP9s. But nobody ever got wealthy without taking on heavy risks. You have to go look out into the market and say, what is there a chance for? And then take a risk on that based on data and information and maybe even just a gut feeling. Yes. Here's another example of that then. So like the card grading, that cost me $25,000. That could have just gone into my rental property, or that could have gone into my home, into my mortgage. But I put it into this machine hoping that it would pay itself off and make a profit. That's actually a gamble because I don't know if I'm able to sell enough card grades to make all that money back and still profit. There it is. So that's an example of taking a risk. And that's what you do when you move capital around, when you move your money around. Starting a grocery store in New York. You don't know if that grocery store is going to turn a profit, and it's going to cost you lots of money to get it started. Here it is. All right. Hollow. But you just heard the news that the new mayor, this guy who might become the new mayor, probably going to be the new mayor, he wants to do state-run grocery stores. So you go, whoa, that's a piece of data. Okay, so if this guy's going to make a state-run grocery store and undercut or try to undercut all of the privately owned grocery stores, then I should not open a grocery store because I'll have to go into competition with these government grocery stores. So the result of him saying that and winning this election could be that, ironically, New York is going to receive fewer investors who want to open competing grocery stores that would have driven the price down because they're competing with each other. Instead, they'll go, I'll open something else, or I'm going to move my business somewhere where it can go make a profit. So grocery stores will move out of that area. Here we are. Miss Sarah Dusenberry picking up a lovely Lucario, but just about that one Lucario, just about that one thing. You can't mix private money with business money, profit getting reinvested 100%. Labubus are better than Pokemon. Hey! Mods, get this man! Alright, that's it. You're going in the timeout, mister. This guy's going straight. Did you guys see that Katy Perry? She was at a performance. What do they call those? Concert. And somebody was offering her a Labubu, and she took the microphone and punched it out of the person's hand. I never really liked Katy Perry or her music, but I have to admit, I was very happy to see that. I was like, all right, Katy Perry gets a pass. Hell yeah, dude. Grocery store typically only nets 1 to 3%. I think a lot of stores will go under. Well, yeah, that's an interesting thing, isn't it? Vilifying the grocery stores, which are very well known for a long time to be one of the slimmest profit margin businesses out there. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to go after them. These hairdressers make way too much money. It's like, what? Technology makes all the money. Healthcare makes all the money. Grocery stores barely exist. They come so close to breaking even all the time. And you're vilifying them? Like, what do they do? You know, how many of us sit down and say, I want to open up a grocery store? Nobody. Why? Because you look into it and you say, how are you going to make any money? But people want to open up Pokemon card shops because those make money, you know. People want to be a software engineer or a doctor because that makes tons of money. You get paid super well. Who's getting paid well in a grocery store? The cashier? The general manager? Nobody does. They all get paid terrible, terrible wages. And it's this, you know, really laborious job too. Stocking the shelves every day. It's not super exciting or sexy. Yeah, when you think of like a law firm full of well-paid people, go after the lawyers. Cut lawyer fees. No, let's go after grocery stores. It just doesn't make any sense. But it does it does connect with people's basic primal concerns. Like, will I have food? Will I have food? Everyone worries, will I have enough for food? So when you say, I'll go after the grocery stores, we'll get those costs down. It's like, bro, the costs are high because the government got involved and caused massive inflation, and no one wants to run a grocery store because it's such a terrible kind of work, and you're going to make them uncompetitive now? Like, what? I don't know. It's, I'm stuck on the subject, I suppose. I really do have that kind of like gamer brain. I don't know how to describe it. My brain focuses on stuff like that, and it says, that doesn't make sense. We should use a different strategy. 2 more OP ones. Please accept my friend request. I shall accept your friend request. Oh, here they are. PRB ones. All right. There we go. Imagine if your Pokemon spoiled if you didn't sell them in a week. Yeah, exactly. So it's like when I go to the grocery store and my fat ass can buy like $100 of cupcakes and fill my whole cart up. I always wonder, is like, how do they make any money on this? You know? And then I turn around and I sell a little piece of cardboard for like $500. I'm like, oh, this is where the money's at. It's not in cupcakes. It's in cardboard. And like even GameStop pivoted into a card store, you know? So there's a lot of money in cards. These poor grocery chains, family-owned small grocery chains, they got to compete with the U.S. government now because the U.S. government this guy running for mayor deemed that grocery stores are too profitable. Like, well, then why doesn't anyone open up a grocery store? Everyone wants to open up a card shop. No one wants to open up a grocery store. There you go. Trafalgar Law. Ooh, very nice. All right. Monster Hunter World title update 2. Oh yeah, when's that coming out? Should I even play that? Man, I'm having fun with Elden Ring Night Rain, to be honest. All right, Elden Ring, Night Ring. You know, it's not bad. It's really not bad. It's a difficult game, and puts my brain to work. You know what's fun about the Elden Ring Night Ring? You get to actually put a build together. One thing I'm not enjoying at all about the new Monster Hunter game is the way they nerfed builds. They made it so that your armor can only be defense and your weapon can only be offense. I hate that. It took a while for that to sink in, but I hate that. I think it's a terrible design. They shouldn't have changed it. I mean, if Monster Hunter World is going so well, why would they make these significant changes to Wilds where now you can't put together your own build? You basically are stuck using specific pieces of armor because that's the only way to build like Agitator and Weakness Exploit and all those other good things. You rely on the armor because you can only affect the build a little bit afterwards. I'm going to start playing Death Stranding. I heard that game's really good. The sophisticated gamer plays Claire Obscura. Grocery stores are really name brand based. The grocery stores around me have an app called Flash Food where they mark down and sell food before it has to get written down and tossed. I get good deals on cut fruit. Oh, that's really nice. That's clever. I like that. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that should allow grocery stores to offer people more affordable food and cut down on their losses anyways, because they would have just thrown that fruit away. Yeah, that's cool, man. We're lucky. We live in America where, you know, you can be homeless and still significantly overweight. America's a great place for food already, and I think it's crazy to call on a government-provided grocery store. I think that's just crazy talk, man. It's interesting that people, I think what goes on is people from the past tested all those ideas and found out they weren't very good. You know, like, here's a guy, he's a politician. What is he especially intelligent at? What is he skilled at? He's good at being charismatic. He's good at winning a popularity contest. Is he good at running grocery stores? Definitely not. What are you talking about, dude? And so you put politician in charge of like a private business, what used to be a private business, for a Hololive universe. Javier. All right. And he's just not going to be as good as a guy who has an intelligence that specializes in business. The guy who specializes in business rather than popularity contest, he's just going to do a better job. Just how it is, you know? Like if I spend my whole life learning how to get elected in government, that's what I'm going to be good at. I'm not going to be good at running grocery stores. It's very interesting. All right, I really do get obsessed with stuff like this. Here it is. All right, that's it. When I get older, I'm going to finish some sort of master's degree for teaching, and I'm actually going to go teach economics as a subject. That's it. When I'm an old guy, I'm going to retire from Pokemon cards. I'll be like, thanks, Pokemon cards. And I'm going to go teach economics. Maybe I'll just you don't have to go to school and teach that crap. I could probably just make lessons online. There we go. I join in and Mr.'s talking Monster Hunter. Hey, what's up, Hella? Yeah, someone mentioned there's a new title update. Is that actually out now? I should probably download it and play it if a new title update comes out. But you know what's weird? I really don't feel motivated to do that. Like, I guess that's not weird. The word is more like, you know, it's sad. I don't feel motivated to do that. Monster Hunter was, the new Monster Hunter was a really polished game. And it's fun, it's clean, the new movesets are enjoyable. But I hate the fact that you cannot put together a build that you want. And I definitely just don't have as much fun. The state of Monster Hunter is sad. Why doesn't he start a non-profit grocery store since he already knows how to do it apparently? Right? Because when a business is non-profit, no one makes money and no one wants to go work those jobs. Most people want a high-paying job, right? You want a high-paying job. I want a high-paying job. Where does the actual paycheck come from for those jobs? It always comes from profits. It means you bought a watermelon for $1 and sold that watermelon for $2 to someone. That's how it works. That's fundamentally how it works. Now, if you get rid of that and you say, well, the watermelon cost $1 to produce and it's $1.20 to obtain, and so now you're only allowed to sell it for $1.30 because we're putting a price cap on it. Who wants to sell that watermelon? You're not going to get paid to sell it, so you're just working for free. That's called slavery. People do not like being slaves. All right, so let's see. Here's... Click. Never works. American Drive Co. 7 Pokey Shuffles. All right. Very nice. Final Fantasy break off? Not yet. 3 spots remain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Salaries are a cost for a nonprofit. That's correct. So there are actual nonprofits that pay their workers and all that, but generally nonprofits do not pay very well. Generally, and the CEO generally does not get paid as much as a private business, private industry. So here's what happens. You got two businesses, let's say they're grocery stores, nonprofit and for-profit. The for-profit ends up outplaying the nonprofit because it makes more money. As a result, it attracts better talent who want to, the most talented people want to be paid well. And it reinvests the profits it earns to make its grocery store more special than the not-for-profit one. And where do people want to shop? They want to shop at the special grocery store. They want to shop at the good one. That's where people go. They don't go to the stinky one with gray walls and the sad workers. They go to the one with the highest paid workers, or the workers that are more motivated, and the one that has the better aisles, the huge beautiful warehouse like Costco. Costco pays its workers very well, in fact. So people go to Costco. They want to go to the fancy one, It's a proven business model. All right. Knocked Owl, very nice. And a Belusi. Where's that Belusi? Let's see, a Belusi. Aha, is it this one? It is indeed. There we go. All right, Mr. Justin, thank you. Mister, have you sired any young? Not yet. Karis and I are probably going to move first before worrying too much about that. Here it is. We're going to say this and this. How he going to read the comments right above and below, but not mine. Let's see what yours was. Fusion. Let me hit play on this. All right, music paused. Justin French. You know what I should have done? I should have just read that comment and none of the other ones. Okay, that's me. Hey, that's you. All right, cool, man. Nice slab. I like the Knockdown a lot. Surprising how affordable he is, really. I think he'll go up over time. Now, here is that Ride-On going down by $5. What time is it? 6:53. Nice, busy Thursday. We like busy Thursdays. So this guy's now 55. You didn't accept my DC yet. My DC. You mean like a friend request? Hold on, let me see. Here it is. I usually do that like after the stream. Let's see. All right, there you go. We do have this order as well. 2 more PRB1s. And that is the end of that box of PRB1s. So before I sell more PRB1s, let me do a price check on these. Make sure that they don't need updating. Okay. Tomorrow's going to be jumping. I like busy women. Busy women. What's a busy woman? It is. Oh, Golden Dawn. That's very nice. There it goes. Run it. Good Lord. That's it. We're going to run it, man. There you are. Grab that. And here's... Aha! This guy as well. Charlotte. So the box was pretty loaded, huh? Very nice. Because that's the end of the box, which means that the earlier packs that came out of it must have been pretty cold. Okay. What do you think I'm talking about? I think you're talking about getting a good run in because it's healthy for you. Is that it? Ugh. Let's grab this. I appreciate your concern about my health. Let's see. PRB1. Booster Box English. How many packs in the box? 20 packs? Okay. All right, and what do we run it at? No, it's about right. So it's about 18. We could raise it to 19. We'll probably keep it at 18 for now. Cool. Yeah, that is one pricey booster pack, man. The PRB ones. All right. Yo, just give me the damn box at this point. You getting trolled. What? Where are the trolls? All right, here it is. Who's here? We got 95 people here. Let's grab a couple names. We got Onetic. We got Garrett. Here, we don't need to write it down each time. We just watch the history. Garrett is on 17. Then Strawberry on 18. James on 19. And Tammy Lowe on 20. Look at that, Tammy. Landon on 4. That's J Sharp. Mr. J. All right. J Sharp, he's in a lot of breaks. He's in a lot of, I'm sorry, not a lot of breaks. He makes it onto the giveaway list a lot, I notice. I miss you, mister. No, not Reynaldo Ray. Do you remember back in the day, Mr. Reynaldo, when you had no responsibilities and could just open Pokemon cards all day long? Those were the good old days. All right, there we go. Very nice. Snipping this. Okay. And snipping this. All right. And snipping these. Okay. And snipping these. Okay. I think I got snippetitis. That's where you've been snipping for so long that all you can think about is snipping. The clamps, the clamps. All right. Yes, I remember. Back in the day. But life moves on. Not me. I'm still opening Pokemon cards. Here's a cold one. How's life going for you, Mr. Reynaldo Ray? Is everything good? All right. Here's Butt Free. Latios. Do you have more PRB ones? I bet you that I probably do. Pretty sure that I do. Yeah. I feel strongly that I do. Because I don't remember looking at it going, oh, we're almost out of these. Dang, dude. The hit came out early in the box, and it's just that guy foo. Ugh. I don't even know if there's any way to save the box after that, because I don't know if the supporting cards are that good, right? Like, there's, at this point in the hobby, ARs don't exist. They're not a thing yet. So there's no ARs in here. Just these hollows. There it is. Gluck, Sharp, Mew, Alt. Okay. This is how you know YouTube is a scam. Every time I see the stream, it's always 95 to 100 people. Are you saying that YouTube doesn't advertise the stream until it's full of people? Is that what you're saying? What box is this? Yeah, this is called Fusion Art. It's a Korean box. It's really cheap. It's probably like 35 or 40 bucks for the whole box. That's because it's in Korean. Now, if this was in Japanese, it'd be very, very expensive. So we like opening the Korean packs, the Korean boxes. It's one of the most popular things on the channel, is to just open some Korean cards. They gatekeep. Who? YouTube? There we are. Yeah, we've been pretty consistently hitting around the 100 mark. It is. All right. I think what we have here is a very specialized kind of YouTube channel. This is some entertainment, some news. Mostly it is a live store. And so the people who come in here are primarily people who are opening some cards, getting into breaks. Oh. All right. Very good. Look at that. Victini up to 20 out of 30. That's why people show up, is for this guy. This is a very special thing to be able to buy into. That's pretty exclusive. All right. Now I'm hooked again. Dang it. Dang it. Purposefully promote their slop. Not the slop. No. All right. Wait, am I the slop or someone else the slop? I don't want to be the slop. That's for J Sharp. So, Mr. J, where did I last see J Sharp? There's a Jack Gray. Let's see. 10 left, people. Statistically, I should be pulling a Nami any pack. Statistically, never tell me the odds. Oh, you do have a bag. Now, Jay, that bag is pretty close to expired, okay? Remember, we don't update bags now, so you got to think about shipping that eventually. Or updating the bag, okay? I'll give you some slop. No! Okay, so this is Mr. Waldbeer. So there is, in fact, 1 pack left from the previous box and 3 from a new box. I shall go get a new box. Be right back, guys. Oh, Mr. Waldbeer, he likes PRB1. All right. Should got a bag and will ship soon. What? All right, there we go. PokeRev put a YouTube hit on your channel. No! That's so funny. There we go. Not PokeRev. So 3 more out of here. All right. Not the almighty PokeRev. Putting that there. Let's start sneeping. I think your account is limited to 100 views, then they stop pushing it to other viewers. I don't think that we know exactly how YouTube works. That's all just speculation. There it is. It's probably more just, you know, that's just what we have right now. Tossing this over here. Let's see. Aha, it's not like a curse or anything. Ooh, koala. You know, some nights we could do a little more than that. This week has been a pretty slow week, actually. Yeah, we have a pretty slow week. But what was it, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? We were really, really busy. And we did pretty good numbers with our fossil box breaks, so that was really popular. And yeah, we've been seeing some new faces. I think a big part of it is, you know, the style of the shop. We focus on breaks. Rather than like endlessly opening up Pokemon booster boxes, we do breaks. And I think to a degree, although for the shoppers, the breaks are very enjoyable, for let's say viewers who are not shoppers, they don't get to watch endless numbers of Pokemon packs getting open, right? So think of that way, right? So like this Victini, when this sells, that's a $1,200 sale. So that's pretty good to get done in about 2 days, the Victini by himself. And so that's almost sold along with everything else we've sold in the last 3 streams, right? Those are good numbers. But the view count for the stream isn't as high as if we had just endless Pokemon booster boxes getting opened. And I think a large part of that, again, has to do with the fact that watching this number go up for viewers who are not customers, that's just not very entertaining. They'd rather watch a whole box of Destined Rivals get opened. But for people who enjoy having a rare opportunity like this to be in an RNG booster pack break for a card you can't pull out of a booster pack, the customers like it. They go, oh, that's great. I'd love to be involved in that. I'd love to take a shot at it as if I was opening $40 of a type of booster pack for a promo card, right? So that's what's interesting about the stream, because if you look at the flow of the stream, think about the flow. Lots of shipping, lots of, we'll talk about the news. The last 2 days, we've talked about some pretty boring news, like talking about how economics work and stuff like that. And then a lot of orders are just payments for slabaways. So slabaway payments, big part of the stream. You just sit here, you stare at the same 5 slabs rotating, And then you hear me doing tippity type in the background. And then breaks. Breaks are just not the same as watching a whole booster box get opened. So if I had to bet, it's something like that. So we could change the style of our stream. I could get rid of the breaks so that no more money gets filtered that direction, right? Like if people still came here because they like me or they like this group or they like buying cards live, and the only thing they could buy was sealed booster packs. And so if we went that direction and we were just opening a lot more booster packs, we might have a larger audience just because of that. Because people go, ooh, I like watching that get opened. But I've really gone this direction with the breaks. I think it's a unique thing. I think it's a high quality kind of thing. And it's plus the fact that, nope, more Labubu rants. Yeah, the Labubu rant was fun. Again, Katy Perry punched a Labubu out of a fan's hand. Did you guys see that today? And then the other thing is we actually split our stream into 2 streams. And it used to be that the daytime stream was sort of an afterthought. But this daytime stream is now ran for 2 hours. And it's not an afterthought. This is actually a primary stream. So they kind of compete with each other. And that was a subject we were talking about back then too. So if there was only one stream, and let's say it started at like 10 p.m., the perfect time, and it ran overnight, the view count, and we only opened up whole boxes of Pokemon or something like that, so that viewers are watching those packs getting ripped. No breaks, no slab-aways, none of this stuff, and we don't have long conversations about anything. I think the viewer count could potentially go up, but this is our specific community for the specific style that we have, and I don't know, maybe 100 watchers for the daytime stream and then 100 watchers for the nighttime stream is just where we're at, you know. Here it is, Wild Beer. Our Labubus made from China. Labubus are making a guy in China into a multi-billionaire. He is getting very wealthy from it. You know, I think the reason why she slapped that Labubu out of her fan's hand isn't necessarily as simple as she thinks the doll's too ugly to collect or she's not grateful for her fans. I think she probably does see it almost like a predatory free ad for the Labubu company. And she's like, get that crap out of here. So good for her, man. Here's Zachary M. Stegskowski, 1 Victini. You know, you got like Labubu collectors who make lots of profit if the value of their Labubu goes up. Here you go. You're a celebrity. Take this item. You know, maybe you got like an alcohol that you're trying to promote. How do we even know that was a fan? Maybe that was somebody that the company planted there to try and push the item toward another celebrity. So, you know, if you get a piece of alcohol and you get into the hand of a celebrity and they're like, whoa, I love this. Well, your alcohol sales go up. So, you know, she probably knocked it out of the person's hand because she's aware of all that. She understands the psychology. She understands the brand and the image value of accepting that as a gift and loving it. You know what I mean? She said, no, get that crap out of here. So I was very pleased with that. It makes me, because I had just ranted about it the day prior to that, and so seeing her kick that out of her fan's hand right in front of the camera felt righteous. All right, that goes into the Victini break. Still free advertising, yes, but it's not the same. It's not the same. If the Labubu gets kicked away, it does have a negative effect to some degree. I think instead of the reinforcing positive effect of if she had taken it from her fan and like set it on a chair or something like that, you know, like, hey, this is the cool Labubu thing I got. She said, get that crap out of here. Like, think about Post Malone. He's had an effect on the card collecting hobby. Imagine if instead of buying that big Magic card, he punched it out of the hand of a guy who's offering it to him for free. That would not be good for the brand image of Magic. You could argue, oh, all news is good news, but not necessarily. You know, there's ways that popular trends rise and fall, and, you know, I think that was definitely not a great thing for that brand that moment. Or you could argue maybe Katy Perry is a jerk and nobody will like her anymore. I don't know. 4 more, says Mr. Waldbeer. You got it, man. Let's go a little bit deeper. We're going pretty deep today. Okay, I like that. This episode brought to you by Waldbeer. So these one-piece packs are like pricey. They're like $18 a pack, man. Here it is. There they are. Beautiful. If Mr. wanted to go full viewership, he would take his TCC brand and do something easier with it. Mr. does this because he loves it. Yeah, that's true. I do actually like our little specific thing we have going on. I really enjoy being the host of these breaks in particular. And maybe it's because I enjoy thinking about how your odds are better in the breaks than they are in a booster box. So to me, that's enjoyable because I know somebody's going to get this Victini for 40 bucks and it's going to make their day. That's going to hurt a lot of other people's day. They're going to be like, dang. Like some people took 2 spots or 3 spots. One guy took 3 spots. But for one person, they're going to take that Victini home for 40 bucks. And I really like that. Same with like the Crown Pikachu. You know, somebody's got to pull that Crown Pikachu for 40 bucks or the Prismatic Jolteon. And I watch people open a lot of booster packs, and booster packs can be really rewarding too. But I know the statistical odds are actually in favor of you when you're doing the break rather than the booster packs. It is. They're both exciting. Like we're opening booster packs right now. And the booster packs, they have a sort of hypnotic feeling to them, do they not? You know, you get this nice feeling where the foil falls away, and it's you know, if you open up a ton of packs at a time, it literally has a sort of hypnotic ASMR sort of feeling to it. So there's a good feel to it. But mathematically, the breaks are going to offer you a better chance, dollar per dollar, for a you know, big moment. Here we are. And we've explained that over and over again, how the math actually works in your favor on the breaks compared to the booster packs. It goes, ooh. You know, maybe if Walmart could offer card breaks, maybe Walmart would do the same exact thing we're doing, but they just don't do it. Probably not worth it to them. Here it is. All right. Well, you got a nice leader card. I think that's the only leader card in that set, isn't it? Ta-da! There's a full art hidden behind Gecko Morio. Oops, did I miss that? Wait, are you sure? I don't think this one's a full art, is it? I think I got it right this time. I think those are just hollows. It can be hard to tell with the trainers. Sometimes the trainers are full arts, so you have to have a really sharp eye to see if they're full arts. There we go. All right. Very nice. Yeah, sometimes those trainers are full arts, and it's really subtle. Very good. All right, you guys. Well, it's 7:12. Let's not go any later than that. I will be back for the late night stream tonight at 1:30 a.m. That's 1:30 a.m. that we start Central Time. So why call it a late night stream? It might be called the overnight stream because it's basically the night shift. I start it basically when Karis goes to bed, and she tends to go to bed really consistently she goes to bed around 12:30 to 1. And then I get a little prep time over here, and then we go. So we got this Victini. We have a second one raring to go. And I would probably even be open-minded to doing maybe potentially a red label slab away price on that guy. That's a gamble, though. Yeah, that's a gamble. So it's something to think about. All right, see you guys tonight. I think that Victini is going to go off. It might go off tonight.